What's happening, boys and girls? How the devil are we? It's your old pal Shanksy, and welcome to my roster reviews, where we review yours. Well, maybe not yours, but somebody's roster that has asked for it, and we check out what they're farming, how they're looking at the moment, and what they're working towards, and see if there's anything I can do to help them out, give them any advice or anything like that, and hopefully help you guys out at the same time. Now, these are really good to see, A, where they stand, B, how much money they've spent, and C, compare that to your roster and see where you equate to as well in the grand scheme of the big old world of Marvel Strike Force. Now, if you are interested in getting your roster reviewed, there is a link down below to my Discord. All the information is in there. Unfortunately, I've had to add a small charge to the service because they do take quite a lot of time. So if you are interested, jump in the Discord and drop me a DM. I look forward to hearing from you. But without further ado, let's get into it. What's happening, guys? So, for today's roster, we are going to be checking out Jake's roster, Mr. Elikas himself. He has been playing for a grand total of 647 days and have spent about $300 on the game so far. His total collection power has amassed to 4.2 million with his strongest team power 320k. He's been War MVP 36 times. Holy moly, check your bad self out. Dear oh dear oh dear. He's collected a grand total of 120 characters, 67 of them are at max rank. His all-time arena rank is rank 4 and his latest arena rank is 65. He is part of the clan Ghoulie Galoops, the alliance Ghoulie Galoops. Or Ghoulie Gallops. I don't know. Whatever. He's part of that one. Oh, dear. Come to Shanksy's channel. We'll give you all a new name. Dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. So, right. So, basically, what we're going to do is check out his roster, have a look at his save squads, and see if there's any advice that we can offer at the 647-day mark. Who knows? So, let's get into it. Top of the shop, we have got Shuri at 52k, Invisible Woman at 50k, Scientist Supreme, Falcon, Psylocke, Okoye, Rescue, Shocker, Mr. Fantastic, and Thor all favorited. So straight away we can see there's quite a lot of tech people there favorited, a lot of bio people there favorited, a lot of mystics there favorited. We're going for a little bit of everyone, baby. So from Thor at 32k, we drop down to Graviton at 31, Amos Ultra at 30, Namor at 29. Killmonger at 29, Scarlet Witch at 29, AIM Security 29, Sif at 28, Mysterio at 27, The Thing at 26, American Chavez at 26. And these are all favorited so far, guys. Hela favorited as well at 26, Human Torch 25, Elsa Bloodstone at 25, Ghost Rider at 25, Doctor Strange at 24, Colossus at 24, Heimdall at 23, Mr. Sinister at 22, Strife at 20, and then we go to the top of the shop, who is Mr. Crossbones at 64k. First thing I'm going to say, dude, in my opinion, I would get rid of some of these guys favorited. Now, they might be favorited for shards, they might be favorited for gear, they might be favorited so you remember to level them, whatever the reason is. Try and not focus on that many teams at one time. That's a lot of teams, man. That's like, what, 10, 20, 29 characters that you've got favorited at the moment. And it might, I don't know, just like knock your focus off on who you're actually really trying to work on. You know, there's only so much energy you can get a day. There's only so much gear that you can do a day. I'm one of the worst ones for this. I normally have about 10 characters favorited at one point, and I think that's a bit too much. So at 19, try and streamline that down a little bit. Work out who your priorities are and then focus on that. You know, so obviously top of the shop, we've got Shuri focused, and Scientist Supreme and Falcon. So I'm guessing we're going for Tech Wing. So make Tech Wing that priority and then move on from there. You know, then get your Invisible Woman up, then get your Mr. Fantastic up, whatever. But focus on one team first. And then it looks like we're going for a little bit of power armor in there as well, with Rescue favorited. Now, Rescue, while she's great to have on your roster, she's not a particularly great one to favourite because we can't farm her shards out properly. You know, so it's not like, oh, yeah, unless we're really specifically going to gear her, we can't farm her out. Shocker makes a great deal of sense, obviously, if we're doing it for shards. Makes perfect sense. But again, there's only so much energy that you've got per day. And maybe streamlining the process down by dropping out some of them favorited could help in the long run. Crossbones is at 64k. That's a huge crossbones, dude. And personally, I definitely wouldn't take him up any higher than that at the 64k mark. Then we go to Captain Marvel at 64k, Daredevil at 64, Star-Lord, Juggernaut, Phoenix in there as well, 7-starred, 63k, looking very, very tasty indeed. Ultron at 70, level 75, 59k, Yondu at 70, Iron Fist at 70, Punisher at 70, 58k, and then Magneto at 57k as well. Then we move down to Shield Security at 57, Nick Fury at 57, Quake at 56, level 70 as well. I'm guessing that's preempting for Black Bolt, so I really like that idea. Yeah, I bet that's pretty huge, man. Jessica Jones is at 55, so we've got a massive defenders team with Luke Cage being blocked by my big fat head at 54k, looking very nice there. Rocket Raccoon at 55, Shield Medic at 54, Shield Assault 53. All of these guys are level 70, and they all look like they're geared tier 13 as well, which is really nice. Might be worth taking Shield Security up to level 71 for the extra focus, extra resistance. Could benefit him in the long run. Then we go down to Captain America there at 53, Groot at 52, nigh on 53. Black Widow's there at 51k, Vision at 50k, Miss Marvel at 48, Minerva at 48, Shield Trooper at 48, Agent Coulson at 47, 5 stars on Coulson there, very nice indeed. Night Nurse at 67, Drax at 45, Mordo at 44, Gamora at 41. Then we go down to Loki at 41. We've got Aim Researcher in there as well. I actually use Aim Researcher on my team as well, but I'm not a massive fan. I actually want to switch Aim characters for Aim Security on my Aim team at this point in time. Ronan the Accuser there at 40, Storm at 39, War Machine at 39, Thanos at 38, Sabretooth at 38. We've also got 37 for Pyro, Spider-Man, and Merc Riot Guard. Moving down, that's a big old Merc Riot Guard, dude. Holy moly. It's a big old Merc Riot Guard. Mystique there at 37, Kree Reaper at 37, Green Goblin at 36, Shield Operative, Aim Monstrosity, Hawkeye being blocked by my big fat head, Kree Noble, Kree Royal Guard, Hand Assassin at 7 reds. What? Dude. Hand Assassin hits pretty hard at all, man. You know when you pull that 7 reds, I'll be like, I'm going all in, baby. That Hand Assassin, I can imagine that special with the heal block. Oh, mate, don't need heal block, they're dead. I like that a lot. Kree Cyborg there at 35. Iron Man at 35. Bullseye at 34. Mr. Miles Morales at 33 with Rhino at 33. Deadpool at 31. Vulture at 31. Winter Soldier at 30, Kree Oracle at 30, Black Panther at 30, Koretha Pursuer at level 54 and 30k as well. We've got Venom in there, we've got M'Baku, Wasp at 26, Wolverine, Kingpin at 26. You know, you all know my thoughts on Kingpin. Too bloody slow for this game. Mantis at 25.5, Merc Lieutenant at pretty much 25, Carnage at 23, Hulk at 22, and Ant-Man at 21, the bane of my existence. However, very closely tied with Wasp, and I like that a lot. Then we go down to Hand Archer at 20k. You've got one big old Hand Archer and all, man. 5 red stars on him. Your hand team could be spicy. I know they're not exactly like Meta, right? But dear, oh dear, oh dear. When you get them all up to 7 star for that event, that's going to be spicy. Cable there at 20k, Elektra at 19, Nobu at 19, Hand Sorcerers at 18, with Blade Master at 18, Aim Infector at 16, Hand Sentry, Ravager Stitcher, Nebula, and then we go down to the usual suspects, Hydra Scientist, Ravager Boomer, Ultimus Bruiser, Rifle Trooper, all down the bottom as they deserve to be. Bloody Ravager Bruiser. How many characters that? What? So, right, that will lead us then down to the very bottom with Sniper, Soldier, Grenadier, Sniper again, Hydra Armored Guard, and not yet unlocked Black Bolt or Yo-Yo, obviously, not yet in the game. So, pretty spicy, man. There's a few changes that I'd make, but obviously, I want to see what the save squads are looking like, and then we'll go from there. So, top of the shop, we have got, I'm going to call this monstrosity, the AOE team. This is a massive, massive, massive AOE team. 64k Crossbones, 50k Quake, 58k Yondu, 63k Phoenix. And then obviously a little tank in there to give them some energy at turn 1. That's absolutely huge. However, I think that could be better split up. Personally, I think that could be ever split up. I'm pretty sure that won't lose, but most teams with Phoenix on it don't lose anyway. And I feel like we could get the benefit from splitting them up a little bit. But we'll have a little look at the rest and see where we can put them. Then we go down to the absolutely massive Defenders team, 290k. I really like this team, 64k. Perfect positioning on everyone, looking really good. Nice amount of red stars, very, very healthy indeed. I would leave them at 290. I think mine's about 290 as well. I would leave them there. I really, really like that team. Then we go down to a Miss Marvel team with Ultron, Captain Marvel, Black Widow and Minerva. That's interesting. That's interesting. So you're only using the passive for Miss Marvel with Captain Marvel. And then, okay, I'm not a fan. I've got to be honest, I'm not a fan. I'd move that around a little bit. But okay. You know, Ultron, I feel like, goes on a team that he'll just carry. You know, like, you get your highest tunes, you put Ultron with him, and you're good as gold type thing. You know, like, I might even move Crossbones down to with Ultron while making the X-Men up. Something like that. Then we're going to have a little look at, further down on the list, we've got Nick Fury with all of his shield minions. We've got Assaulter in there, not operative, but we've got Medic in there, security and Assault. Looking okay. Then we go down to the Guardians team, pure Guardians across the board. That might be better making into like a BKT team for Blitz and Raid, to be honest with you. We've got Drax in there, obviously, Gamora, Groot, Rocket and Star-Lord. Perfect positioning for Star-Lord and Rocket for the energy. Then we go down to the Brotherhood team. I would definitely give that Pyro a little bit of loving. I wouldn't worry too much about Sabretooth or Mystique, but Pyro, I feel like, is one of the most underrated characters in this game. You know, he's so good. It takes a little bit more babysitting, but he's such a big character. Moving down to the Power Armor team, very nicely leveled together as well there, 198k. I like that team a lot. Then we go down to 184k with Kree Noble in the middle next to Ronan. I might even put Kree Noble in the middle there with Ronan there, so then Kree Noble could either call in Ronan or Reaper. Sorry, Ravager. That would be pretty cool. I like that idea. Then we go down to Hawkeye with Loki, Deadpool, Korath, and Mordo. Okay, I like the combination. Although there's no one there for... trying to think. So you got the blind. Okay, yeah, I like that. I can live with that. I like that a lot. Got a lot of time for that. We go down then to the Wakandans at 172. AIM at 171. Nothing wrong with them guys at all. Nor with the Sinister Six, looking pretty good there. Everyone's fairly closely leveled, and I know that you're working on them, so that makes total sense. Then we go down to the Fantastic Four. Absolutely beautiful. Got a lot of time for that. Then we go down to what we got here. Doctor Strange with Venom, with that huge Merc Riot Guard, Merc Lieutenant, and Cable. Okay. I think I'd have to see that team in action. I'm trying to think how that team works. So we're basically feeding the damage into Venom to hopefully apply some stuns, obviously flip anything. Okay, that could work with a big old Merc Lieutenant to provide offense up, and then obviously the Merc Riot Guard to defend. Okay, I personally like Carnage and Venom together. I think they synergize really well as like a deadly duo. Then we go down to, right, we've got Pre-Oracle, we've got Bucky at 6 red stars as well, man. Oh, I would put some work into that, dude. Like, he's gonna hit hard. Kingpin there, 23k Carnage and Bullseye. Okay. Right, then we go down to, oh man, you are decimating some teams, dude, to make these crazy teams. I'd love to see some of these in action, I really would. Colossus in there with Thor, Psylocke, American Chavez, and Hela. No one provides any debuffs for turn 1. You know what, it might be worth putting Hela with Mordo. Because, yeah, there's no debuffs at turn 1, so Hela can't spread any of them negative effects. It'd be worth putting her with someone that can spread some serious negative effects. Then we got 133k team down here with Ant-Man and Wasp as the duo with Miles Morales. I really like Miles Morales at the moment. Hulk there at 22k and Scarlet Witch. Then we've got, again, we're using Doctor Strange again for a supernatural Marauder team. I think that could actually work really, really nicely. So maybe I'd replace Strange on this team, but we're only using him on this team. That would make a lot more sense to me. 118k, and then bottom of the shop we have got the hand team, which will eventually be monsters, and the Hydra team. Really we're wasting our whole slot on Hydra. Come on man, delete that team immediately. If you want to use them like turn 1 and you blitz, fair enough, but there's characters that we're not using at this point in time that are bigger than that whole team combined, surely. I'm sure of it. So, right, what would I do with these save squad? I would move them around a little bit personally. I would like to know how they perform in blitz. I would like to know how they get on. But there's characters like Phoenix that, in my opinion, are guaranteed to carry a blitz team, even at 8.3. So I would put Phoenix with the rest of the X-Men. You know, we're not using Coulson at all. So I saw that you've got an Agent Coulson. We're not using Coulson at all. You could put Coulson with Medic and Quake, and that would be like a core of a team. And then you could put Operative in the Shield team to make that a Nick Fury Minions team, and that would give you another blitz win. We could then even move around like some of the higher characters, make a Brawler team, because there's a really, really good Miss Marvel there. And then we could move the Brawlers into that, make use of that passive. You know, that Miss Marvel passive, tier 4s in that passive are going to give huge benefits going forward. Now, I know the Hero Brawlers is a very meta team, but to be honest, they're a meta team because they work. You know, these characters that synergize together, try and keep them together when you can. Yes, there's cases like if your Hela is like 20k and the rest of you Asgardians like 40k, then there's a very good argument to put someone else in there that would benefit the team. But at this point in time, I would really move some of these guys around to make the most of the synergy. The Brotherhood team's absolutely spot on. I personally still keep my Brotherhood team together. But yeah, there's a lot that we could do with little changes. And if you want to catch up with me at some point, man, quite happy to beat the bush, as it were, and go over some of these ideas with you. But guys and girls, that is it for me today. I want to know your thoughts. What would you do on these rosters? And is there any standout team that A, you would work on, or B, you would put together in the safe squads? I'm intrigued to know. As far as people that I would work on, I would go for Tech Wing. Get that U7 ready, you know, focus on them very heavily. They're great in so many game modes. They're absolutely awesome. And then, yeah, as far as the safe squads go, maybe spend a little bit of time moving things around. Like this 48k team here, where we're not using Coulson, who's 47k. That is one character that's 47k, where that whole safe squad is 48. You know, like, we might as well just use Coulson for them extra blitz points, extra blitz wins. It's going to make a great deal of sense in the long run and massively help you out, in my opinion. But guys, I want to know your thoughts. What would you do if you took over this roster right now? What would your main focus be? And I really look forward to hearing from you. But until next time, guys and girls, I will catch you on the flip side. You take it easy.